oftentimes what happens in our country is, speaking as a black person, there are things that have been happening in the black community since there's been a black community. And because much of the 20th century, the black community was out of sight, therefore out of mind, suddenly people from other communities see these things and say, oh my God, what are they doing? I mean, forget rappers. I mean, go find an old Rudy Ray Moore record. And that's all I have to tell you. It'll be an affirmation of something that you hear in rap music that seems like it's like this new thing that happened. But the interesting thing is that Rudy Ray Moore is basically a storyteller who was telling stories that were probably started just after slavery or during slavery. And when you talk about the black community and the objectification of women, it becomes this huge, it's so complex. Like imagine if you were living in a cabin and a person that is other than you decides that he wants to have a conjugal visit with your wife in a slave cabin. He puts you out, and you're standing out there, and you're hearing what's going on inside. And at that point, what do? You have two options. You kill him, and then you die, or you find a way to rationalize it in your mind. And one logical way, it would seem to me, to rationalize it is to say, well, I don't really like her that much anyway. And at that point, the seed is sown. And it goes from generation to generation to generation to generation. Because unlike the kids from the Columbine shooting who were immediately rushed into therapy. I mean, black people went through something like that for 300 years, and they say, okay, y'all can go now, no therapy, but y'all can go, and good luck, and find your way through all of this. So I think that when you look at the black community, there are such obvious scars from the legacy of slavery that black people themselves cannot address.